my short 21 years of life, I've been fortunate enough to hang around people who are the top 1% of the population. I'm talking about hires from big corporations whose wealth are passed down generation by generation, all the way to the new money individuals like my first boss, who came into work with Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Porsches, and all the way to children of wealthy families who study at one of the top 10 private universities of my country, which I'm fortunate enough to study at. And being able to hang around these people, I have realized a couple of things that they all have in common, which have helped me start my own path of escaping the traditional path that school teaches ever since we were kids, and very recently start seeing a little bit of results of the things that I have put into action from these 5 principles that we're going to talk about today. Welcome back, friends. My name is Evan. I'm a computer engineering student based in Spain, and in today's video we're going to discuss the top 5 high income skills that I have learned from the rich that will help you set your roots and start your own journey of becoming one of them. The very first high income skill that we're going to talk about is the speed. The thing that caught my attention the most about rich people is how little time it is between when they get an idea and they execute on it. When I was 18 years old, I was working at a real estate company, and my boss, I remember that he told me that he wanted to introduce a new way of viewing homes, of showing people the house that they were going to buy without needing to physically be on there. His idea was to buy a couple of 360 cameras and just get snapshots of all of the homes that he had. And this way he could show the clients the future homes that they were going to buy without needing to go into that room or to that house physically. And this way he could just save a lot of time. In 3 days he already got all the cameras, he was taking pictures, he was mounting them on his editing program and putting them up on his website. Like, that was quick. Everything that they do is fast. Now. They don't waste any time. And it's not just doing things for the sake of doing them. They were making calculated decisions in a very short time span. And I think that this is what differentiates people who talk and people who take action. Just the action step. They take very little time to execute the things that they have in their mind. And something that I have realized is that they don't focus on the tiny detail. They don't care, and nobody cares. They always take action first and then figure out along the way, because that's how things are done. You cannot focus yourself on learning every single thing about starting a YouTube channel, and then once you're prepared 8 years later, you start your own YouTube channel. No, you just start it and you figure it out along the way. And most times things are better done than perfect. And this is where the Pareto rule comes in. It says that 20% of the effort that you put into an action gets you 80% of the results. And then if you want to get the 100% results, like satisfaction, you need to put in 80% more work, which in most occasions is not worth it. You just need to put in 20%, make it good, make it sufficiently good so that it passes, and that's it. You don't need to focus on tiny details that nobody cares about. You don't need to focus on 20%. And when it comes to taking action, I always remember about this Spanish billionaire called Jose Elias. And yes, billionaire with a B. I was fortunate enough to hear him talk in person, and he said something that really stuck with me. And it is that he, with experience of over 300 companies, he owns over 300 companies. He said that in the next 12 months, he's going to focus on 12 different companies that he acquired. 8 of them are going to flop. 3 of them are going to do okay, but 1 of them is going to strike it big. So what makes you think a total noob, which is 16, 18, 21 years old, with no experience at all, is going to strike it big with the very first thing that he's going to build? The chances of that is very low. It's mathematically very low, like close to 0. So that reminds us that we don't need to focus on the details too much. A lot of times we paralyze because we analyze too much, and that is called analysis paralysis. So instead of just focusing on tiny details and getting everything perfect in your mind, because it is not going to be perfect, I'm telling you, you need to take action. You need to get things moving. Now, the second high income skill that I have learned from the rich, and it's something that I need to improve on a lot, is articulate speaking. These rich individuals, in order to make their money, to get to the point where they are, or to maintain the money that was given to them by their generational wealth, they have had to have some skills of communicating to other people, of being articulate when they speak. But not just in any simple way, they have to communicate and get their ideas across in a way that they connect with people. And you can see it in the way they talk, in the way they walk. They are confident, and it's not the fake confidence that people tell you to do, like
stand in front of the mirror and scream 5 positive affirmations.
No, they are confident because they have really done it. They are confident because they are really good at something that they care about and has made them that kind of money. Because the only real way to make money is to provide value in some sort of way. And if you're very competent in an area of life, and plus some communication skills and being able to articulate yourself, it is only a matter of time that money will come to you, because you're providing value to the world and you're able to market yourself and to talk and to get your ideas across so that people can understand you, so that people can connect with you, and then they trust you. So they buy the product from you and not from some random guy who just doesn't know how to talk. And especially rich people who have made their own money from zero to where they are right now, they pour all of that confidence into the way they talk. You can hear them and you're instantly captivated by their charisma. You're never gonna hear them talk with filler words like like, or just fill the void of emptiness just by saying any random thing to fill the awkward silence. No, if they don't have nothing to say, they will stay quiet and listen to what the other people are saying. And when they do talk, they don't just rely on their voice. Because communication doesn't just come out of your mouth. Communication is everything. It is non-verbal and verbal. And if you're able to analyze someone from top to bottom and see what he's thinking without even saying a word, you're gonna be 10 steps ahead of your competition. You must captivate people with the way you talk. You must captivate people and not lose their attention. You must know about body language so that you can see coming without saying any single word what the other person is thinking about you, and know exactly what their intentions are without being deceived by the words that are coming out of their mouth. The third high income skill that I have learned from the rich is having self-awareness and ego. I'm not lying to you if I say that 90% of rich people have a huge ego. Like, not huge, huge. Most rich people are entrepreneurs or business owners. And it's very interesting because 9 out of every 10 businesses or entrepreneurs that start fail. And they always have this thing inside of them. They always have this fire that tells them that they are that one exception. They're always that one exception. They're always that guy, that one guy that is going to achieve it. They know that they're going to fail in the process, but they know that they are the exception. And that's something that you cannot take away from them. And this reminds me of a Henry Ford quote that I love. And it is that whether you think you can do it or you cannot, either way, you're right. And this is one of the reasons why they have such high aspirations for themselves. Like, they're always trying to find an opportunity to prove to their subconscious mind that they're worthy of the title they have set for themselves. And the moment they achieve those goals that they have set for themselves, their ego becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And so does their aspirations. Because again and again, they have confirmed to themselves that they are that guy, that they're that 1% guy, that they're the 1 out of every 10. But with that ego also comes a high level of self-awareness, which are not incompatible, because the ability to see themselves from a third point of view is something hard, it's something very hard that a lot of people don't control because of their ego, but it's something that helps them make the right choice when it comes to decision making. They can see things from an objective point of view without involving any of their emotions. This way, they can use their logic, they can use the critical thinking mind instead of just relying on what they feel like. And also, having self-awareness is what makes you survive in animal kingdom. And some people don't really get this. Let's imagine that you go to the McDonald's and then there's a kilometric line behind of you. There's like 20 people waiting to just order food. And there you are, just deciding, do I want the McBurger or the McSandwich? I don't know, I want large fries or small fries. Like, shut the fuck up. You should have thought about that like 10 minutes ago when you were in the line, or just when you were on your way there. There's people pissed at you. This kilometric line of people, they are all pissed at you because you are not self-aware. You don't know the situation that you're in. You don't know that you're pissing people off. There's people who are exactly this kind of person and they don't realize that they are that person. They don't realize that they're bothering the entire line. And if you're this kind of person, people are not going to want to hang around with you. People are not going to want to do business with you. People are not going to enjoy being around you. And without people, you're not gonna get very far. The fourth high income skill that I have learned from the rich is the ability to persuade. The easiest way to become rich if you come from nothing is getting into sales. This is one of the reasons why I got into real estate when I was 18 years old. Spoiler, that didn't go very well. Most wealthy people that I know come from a sales background. Sales is what got them the money in order to start investing in other sort of things. Maybe they sell windows, maybe they'll sell houses, maybe they sell mirrors, maybe they'll sell, I don't know. They just sell, and it doesn't matter whatever they sell, they just have the ability to do it and sell it to anyone. Figuratively speaking, of course. There's gonna be people saying that, oh, persuasion is bad, persuasion is evil. No, persuasion is not evil. You're confusing persuasion with lying and scamming, which is really, really bad. You don't want to get into that. That will get you money quick, but problems quick as well. So yeah, just don't get yourself into that. Persuasion is an ability that you need in your everyday life, because persuasion is just the ability of changing someone's belief or behavior. That's how you see guys every single day that are objectively normal or ugly date the most beautiful girls in town, just because of their ability to persuade, their ability to just convert that thought of that girl saying, wow, this guy is ugly, I don't like him, to, wow, I'm loving him. I love him. I want to be with him every single day of my life. That's the ability to persuade, of changing someone's thought or behavior. Because everything in life is a sell. Every single day, you're selling yourself.
Everyone's a whore, Bryce. We just sell different parts of ourselves.
Okay, the fifth and probably most important high income skill that I have learned from the rich is having resilience. Resilience, the ability to recover from or adjust easily to a misfortune or change. Even with all the skills that we have talked about, rich people have and will fail sometime or another. Because a lot of people used to think like me. They think that if you lose at something, that's it. You just lost the game. But no, if you lose, you just pick yourself up and do it again and again. You never lose until you quit. That's how things work. You never lose until you quit. You just try one more time and one more time. And the more times you try, the more experience you get and the more knowledge you have in order to avoid those things and not fail next time. And maybe if you stop and think about it, you don't get what you want right now because there's something better waiting for you. Have you thought about that? If you like this video, I'm sure that you'll love this one, which is a video that talks about how talented people don't succeed and how I realized that my talent wasn't going to make me successful. So always remember, stay patient because your prophecy is unfolding. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.